For the sake of you, me lassie, I'm bound away, me lassie. For the sake of you, me lassie, I'm bound away.
We've just arrived in Finland, a good flight, and we're looking forward to
our first drink.
And the struggle we've had getting it here.
We brought quite a lot with us.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
anybody would think we're dipsomaniacs.
Well, we arrived, Skipper.
Hi, nice to see you back on board again with the dreaded camera. Well done, keep it up. Safe
And
journey.
there you are, planning again.
You just want to film all the alcohol, that's all you're after.
Film me washing up, that's probably a good thing to do.
It's washing up liquid, isn't there?
I won't be filmed with specs on. This church,
Yes.
Orthodox church, unfortunately shut today, so we're going to look around the outside.
And the skipper's boat's in there somewhere, ADVALORAM. This is the cathedral, is it? Turku Cathedral?
I don't know which cathedral, but it's the cathedral. It's probably built in about 18.
I would think it's the Louvre.
Yes, I see the same sign.
Is it there? Oh, is it? I don't know.
Good work, guys.
I'm getting out of this picture.
Yeah.
You're doing a magnificent job there,
Yeah.
Michael.
You're doing a wonderful job.
Absolutely, there's a system here.
And who was the chef tonight?
I was the chef tonight because I wanted to make sure you all know where everything is now. Well done.
Absolutely. Really?
Yeah, they produced a lot of sheets.
We can leave the lines out for the moment, but normally when we cast off, we take the fenders away, we tie them all on the stern there on the bottom rail, not the top rail, but the bottom rail. So I don't want any ropes around the wire that goes up to the antenna. On the bottom rail, we have a big fender, a big Bertha she's called down there, one big fender, and then we've got a series of smaller fenders and some very small fenders. So we've got 8 fenders altogether. And mooring lines all go in here. So we've got lots of lines, more fenders, and so on and so forth. So in there's a boat cleaning stuff and the flares and spare diesel oil and so on and so forth. We've got 25 litres of spare fuel, plus the 150 litres in the fuel tank. So we've got 3 days worth of cruising.
That's 3 years supply for now.
3 days. But we just filled up. I don't use Barnstone because I use tri-lights instead. That's the one on top of the mast. These are the internal lights for the ship, which we don't need now. That's lights for the instruments. You can see the instrument
And the compass.
and the compass. You're quite right. These are the instruments, so the GPS and everything else, depth and so on. This is the radio. That's now set on. We'll put on channel 16, the international channel. That is the anchor motor, which we're not going to use hopefully today. Coming down here, that's the bilge pump under there for pumping out. Should we hit a rock or something? This is the water pressure for the taps. That's the shower pump for the showers.
Emptying the floor.
And that doesn't work, it doesn't have a function, that doesn't have a function. That is charging my mobile phone. You want to charge your mobile phone, you can do it on that. That doesn't have a function. Tri-light is the masthead lights. And the
Which
radar.
one is it?
Tri-light, it says tri-light.
Second,
the
okay. Yeah.
And then the radar is this one here, it puts on the radar and this electronic chart, which I'm now going to switch on. And I press the power on the electronic chart.
Which is the last one at the bottom.
Well, that's the radar. It's actually on, because the light's a bit faded. Okay. Now what it's doing, it's warming up at the moment. We accept the terms and conditions, basically. You can have various displays, but the one I tend to favour is having the chart at the top and the detail down below. I don't want the radar on at the moment, so I'm going to switch the radar off that's actually warming up at the moment, because that consumes a lot of power. We're not in conditions for radar. And so there we are. So now the system is now found us. So what it shows here is that our boat speed is 0, our speed over the ground is 0, our course over the ground, we're actually not making any difference, any speed, so it's not showing anything. Our boat is pointing at 114, which is southeast. We haven't done anything distance yet, so there's nothing on the log trip. We're not on autopilot. The apparent wind is 5 knots. There's hardly any wind basically. We're in 1 metre of depth under the keel. Our position is 60-10, 24-57. Waypoint bearing we can put in signposts of where we want to go called a waypoint, and we can do that quite regularly. Time of day is local time, date is that. We have no cross-track error, and we have no time to go because we haven't put in a waypoint. Now, on the bottom, the various controls, probably the most one is find ship, and that then produces the ship, and it shows that the ship, surprise, surprise, is in the marina here. I can blow up the chart, and we can blow it up a bit more, and actually, this shows you actually quite how it's reasonably accurate because we're sitting on the pontoon, the middle of the pontoon of A, B, C, D, so that shows you that. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go out to the harbour. Let's bring it out a bit more as a bit of maze. We are going to come down here.
Now come and look.
And we're going to go into this marina here in this harbour here, which is all of 1.7. The time we've done it'll be 2 miles, so it's probably going to take us about half an hour to get there. So we're going to go out. But what we might just do, what's now it's done is brought up all the navigation marks that are in the harbour, and you can just see it's just absolute confusion. So you can't put, you've got to expand it and look in more detail. And what you're going to get is a series of buoys which show them as being cardinals with triangles and marks and so on, but you will see that they're yellow and black and yellow. Now, in case you forget which cardinals are which, well, I'm sure you wouldn't, the 4 most important ones are black and yellow, which is what, Emmy?
Black over yellow is north.
Correct. Then we've got yellow over black, which is south, correct. Then we've got black, yellow, black, which is east. And then we have yellow, black, yellow, which is a westerly cardinal. So these are the 4 cardinals that go around obstacles and marks and show you which.
And they're no triangles, they're all like that.
They're all like that. These are what I call stick marks.
So I've got to remember.
Then you'll get red and green
hang on a
marks.
sec, before you leave that one, so that is telling you that the obstacle is to the north of that?
That's correct.
Yes.
Rock.
Rock to the north of it. And then there's 2 markers there which we go with, actually aren't marking anything, funny enough, and then we go out and we come into the channel. Now the main shipping channel is this way out. We're actually going to come round, and we might actually, if there's not too many ferries, I might just nip around the back here to have a look at this other yacht club and come out through here. Now there is, where these black lines are, these are all recognised channelways.
Like the Swedish ones.
Exactly the same. This one says that the minimum depth on this channel is 3 metres. That's 2.4, 2.4, 8.9. We don't mind going on a 2.4 channel. It means in theory we could go down to 0.7 because the depth of the keel is 1.7. So we could be showing 0.7 of a metre, and I shouldn't in theory be worried about it. And that's a recognised route. These are the major shipping channels. That's a 9 metre channel, that's a 7 metre channel. And these are the biggest that the biggest cruise ships can go down. You can see here the amount of rocks and everything else around the harbour area and so on. Now, a slightly larger map of Helsinki showing you again the same thing. We're up here, we're going to come round through there and then out. You can see it's confusing, but you can get the general picture, and you can see why this is such a good harbour from the point of view of defence, and why the Swedes and then the Russians then built it up, and why we attacked it in 1855 and failed to capture it. But we, depending which report you did, we either did a lot of damage or we didn't do very much damage. We're then going to go further west, not today but tomorrow, and basically we are here sitting in Helsinki, Helsingfors, which is the old name. That's Hanko is one harbour we're heading for. Tomorrow night will probably be somewhere around here, and that's Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and then Sunday night in Turku. That's what I would.
And will we be going outside territorial waters, Jimmy?
No, we'll be staying inside. In fact, what I intend to do is to stay down these various channels because they're actually quite interesting.
Even when we go to Stockholm, we'll be in territorial.
Oh, then we'll cross it west. Well, then when we cross over, we will be. Yeah, so to Stockholm. But I mean,
It's not there. Even the between Åland or whatever it's called, and
they're still Finnish. Their islands are officially
yes,
Finnish.
but between there and Sweden, it's not very far, is it?
No, it's about 30 miles.
And there is actually no gap where we're going across, I hope, because my insurance doesn't cover me for being in international waters. And I think where we are, because I looked it all up online.
If you have a problem, we'll swear at the time we were not positioned where we were, so that you know. Alternatively, we'll push you over the side. I mean, it's, yeah.
Thank you, and I'll swim.
I mean, we're going to go out to this fort, and if we can get space, we'll stay the night there. If not, then we'll go on to somewhere around here, perhaps. But we'll see. Let's see how much space there is there. I mean, today we'll take our time going around Helsinki as we depart. Now we're going to take the route through here, round here, in there, and then to the marina in there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Any questions?
Now, did you want this walk left here? Looks like a southerly.
So that's the knots, Michael.
Do you want a demonstration again?
Yes, I would, yes.
Okay. Just being taught.
We're just going to leave it on the deck, don't mind.
So round, over,
Give it back to me.
back through, and if you want to make it
I'm
nice.
so sorry.
Upside.
But you.
Magnificent. Magnificent.
How many times did that take?
I think you did it the first time, actually. Right, what are we doing now, Michael?
Poland this time.
Oh, right.
There it is. As good as you get them.
And I think that was on the second attempt, was it?
Oh, probably. Something like that. Who's counting?
And then this afternoon we're going to go, once we've done that, we're then going to head over there. There's Svibor. That's the church at Svibor, the garrison. We're going to go and find the there again. The one next to it?
The one next to it, I think, is one of the government buildings. I think it's called the President's House or something like that.
And the next one's the palace.
And the one with the military guy outside is a military building. With the guard is a military building.
Where is the palace again, Michael?
This building here.
Oh, okay. And what is this one over here? All the gold and...
Oh, that's the Russian Orthodox Church.
Oh yes, I've got some shots of that one.
And this is the Swedish embassy with the Swedish flag flying on the roof.
Okay.
This is
And
the
that's a
Lutheran
cathedral
church.
behind it,
It's the Lutheran church, yes, the Lutheran cathedral. And this here is effectively the city hall,
Okay.
the blue building.
And this is the marketplace, yeah?
No, the Swedish embassy is this one with the Swedish flag on the top. The brown building. It's like a miniature version of the castle in Stockholm.
Why should they have the privileged position of having an embassy right in the centre of it?
Probably because they used to run the country, I guess. They must have acquired the building when they were in charge.
Yeah, that's a fair one.
Well, Skipper, we got you. You don't know the name. The first time.
You're going to find it out.
You're going to find
I
it.
can tell you, this is the yacht club that Arthur Ransom stopped at in 1923. It's called the Nylaska Yacht Club. And he anchored his boat and rowed ashore.
Well,
I bet the pontoons were there then.
Yankees went to a dolphin, didn't they?
I knew he was overtaken. I wanted to open the phone. Just to find a little bit of space.
10 euros. And you're getting this for half price. And you can go take that passion all the way through to the yacht clubs on the other side of the island.
Another tourist.
That was the one that was supposed to go on last night.
Solitaire 3 Echo Charlie India 8, assisted by several pipe supply vessels. Solitaire will transmit the radar letter D as Delta. Listen to VHF channels and appropriate coverage channels. Navigate with caution. 1 nautical mile wide berth requested. Data time 00900.
Well, you're in a very funny angle.
Well, chef, that was a magnificent meal. And you caught them herrings yourself?
I did, but are you sure you're not still hungry?
No, I'm quite full actually. A little bit dry, perhaps.
Right, you've got
you haven't had
half a glass
beer
left.
at all.
That's the trouble when you give up beer, isn't it?
We just learned that this is the oldest working dry dock in Europe. Now, which way do we go, David? Where are we, Emma?
We are at Piper's Cafe, but we've had our drink, so we're not having a drink. A lovely view, Semolina Island, and we're round the other side of the fort.
And what delicacy have we got tonight?
Oh, do we have to wait and see?
Can't you smell? Delicious.
I can tell you, the aroma is reaching all through the marina. So, what have we got here then?
It's a little...
Is this a secret?
Yeah, it is.
A secret recipe, is it?
Yeah, very, very secret recipe for sure.
We can't possibly tell you what carries
Closely related to lunch.
done before.
Can we give congratulations to the chef here?
Chefs, because
Chefs! All right.
Emmy was the guiding light in all of this.
Chef.
Emmy was
The
the
chef.
consultant this evening.
Emmy was definitely a consultant.
And this is a special, isn't it? It's some secret recipe, is it? Or?
It's Finnish beef. We've got Lithuanian onions, Estonian tomatoes, and a secret little recipe that we found in the supermarket that's been thrown in just for good
Special
measure.
Italian tomatoes, yes.
Oh,
And herbs from, where were the herbs from? The dried herbs?
It's got a lot
Very
of
nice.
It's got a lot of je ne sais quoi about it.
So it's a cosmopolitan beer.
And it got a bit drunk on the way.
No, but there was an English chap that was here as well.
David Lewis, same on you, wasting good wine.
Yeah. Well, it was the
where is he? Up there somewhere, isn't he?
He's on the side of the tower.
especially for you
Oh,
Scotsmen.
it's Old Lang Syne.
That's our national tune from Scotland, especially for us. Thank you. This is wonderful.
Can your machine hear it?
Yes.
That is surprising.
That's the Finnish national anthem.
No, that's the Scotland.
It's
That's
definitely not
in
the
your
same.
You sure you didn't organise this, Skipper?
how long his repertoire goes on for. I was actually asking who the English were taking down off the flag.
You should be down for that.
It's also signed for their old boats to take down the flag. By the way.
I'm so emotional about hearing my national tune that
Absolutely.
I forgot all about it. Hey.
I thought he was going to wave that then.
Well
Well done.
Well done.
Think of
Oh, there,
fireballs.
I've just spotted him. And he's got a sort of place to stand away from the wind.
He's on the parapet.
I know. He's got a little alcove to stand in. People running to take nothing.
Yes, the guy from Birmingham seemed extremely pleased to bump into some English. No shouting.
He's grown up with boats.
Nothing.
Hi, what a wonderful meal we've had,
Perfect
courtesy of Michael, advised on a consultancy basis only by Emily.
Only
and
advised.
and there is my empty plate to prove it. There you are. What a wonderful evening.
That was after two extra courses, two extra helpings.
Unbelievable. But he did have a sauna to start
And
off with.
you haven't even had to clean the plate. I think
Of
it's
course I haven't had
wonderful.
to clean the plate. I've eaten it all. Why, have you had to clean it? Why are you cleaning your plate? You thought you'd eaten it all.
Well, perhaps I had more goo than you, luckily.
Yeah.
You're on record, I mean, I hope you realise that.
I know, I'm on
Really good
record.
stuff, actually.
This will be on
I'm
the
on
little,
record as having talked through
this will be on the Little Ship Club
bought it at
website in
Argos,
about a week's
about
time.
€9.
Waste not, want not. Is that correct?
Waste not, want not. The good Lord taketh and the good Lord
we
giveth.
thought we bought enough to get
And
us
if you go to Marble Head,
Hanko, but I'm not sure that's going to be the case.
Club,
No.
they take the Stars and Stripes dance ceremoniously and play the national anthem.
Is that my glass or your glass?
No, it's my
What
glass.
we're
you were drinking wine.
going to show you,
So
Skipper?
my glass must have been a white
We-
glass.
We're
was
not.
it?
We're not too sure, Skipper.
Martin will open some red for you.
No, don't open it more.
We're not too sure, actually.
Is that yours?
The food was magnificent, was
Yeah.
it not?
It was
But
wonderful.
Is it clay
Well, it could be clay.
or is it china?
That's the best china. This is good English china. Here we are, recovered from the seabed.
You realise that the Cly thing has been repeated.
It's an aircraft beacon.
It looks it's flaming. It looks like it's gas.
No, it's an aircraft beacon and also a
Yeah, but is it gas?
navigation mark.
It looks it doesn't look like
It does look
electric.
as though it's gas. It looks as though
It's
just
the
sort
only
of-
church in Finland that's dual ruled.
No, not damp. It's just they've got very rough pebbles.
I was speaking to a guy a little while ago that said that 6 months ago, in January, he walked across that water there. It was frozen. And it's only 6 months ago. We're now in the middle of the summer, which lasts for 4 months. Beautiful sky.
When I was here, there were no cruise ships at all.
Just to show you. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of activity between Helsinki and Tallinn. There's a bread ship, there's that green one, there's another couple of people going. This is obviously a cruise ship coming from somewhere, I don't know where. There's a cruise ship and two cruise ships coming, possibly. One of them might be the Stockholm ferry.
Yes, it could well be.
What we saw in our harbour. Sorry? We're just passing a north garden, southern garden now. We're in a north garden over there. cruise ship's gone behind the island as well.
Where are we going,
Cardinal's
Skipper?
on the right, a red one. Cardinal's on the left. We're dicing with this boat to our port side. I think they've almost given up because our captain's skill is so evident.
What is he actually doing then?
Well, he's holding the
Ask
sail
Amy,
out.
she's navigating.
And
Emmy
we're passing a
hasn't
green...
actually been told where she's navigating to, which doesn't really help.
And there's a green cardinal to our left. And after that we're going to take a left and head down towards a car ferry.
There are boys all the way down
And no more information has been released at this stage.
This ought to please you, sir. David.
Ian and Penny. Hi. You are
Glasses,
Scotsman with
glasses.
a name like Ian spelt with two
Gla
eyes.
glass.
Yes.
Why my glasses
But
in?
you're not living in, but you're not living in Scotland.
Sorry?
You're not living in Scotland.
No, we live in Fordingbridge.
I've seen that in the club book.
Well, you live in Reading.
We live in
booked it
Reading,
out.
Where are you heading for?
Somewhere that way.
Oh, we're the same. We haven't been out of mind where we're going yet.
Yeah, we're on our way back from the rally, the Baltic Section rally in Bisbee.
Yeah, we were in Bisbee about a month before the rally. We've just been up in St.
I'm going
Petersburg.
to the right.
Have you?
And up the Samai Lakes and everything else and so on.
Oh, that
Sorry,
sounds good.
Well, no, it was fine. It was great to get back to the UK end of September.
Well, there's a serious risk we may bump into each other again then.
Well, I sincerely hope so. You're most welcome aboard.
Anyway, nice.
Are you on your own?
No, I've got... That's why we're keeping up so well.
Your wife?
My wife is driving.
Penny.
Come
And
out and
where
show
are
us.
It's not
where
the
are you from
girlfriend.
in Scotland?
No, I'm not. I'm a Gordon
Right.
by heritage, but I've never lived in Scotland.
Well, see, with two eyes, you have to be a pure Scot.
No.
That's the Gaelic form of Ian.
It is.
competition when Martin is competing with the other
Yeah, I've
folk.
seen them.
I'm not sure
Yeah.
that the other folk realise.
You want to be a bit slightly
I think they are. I do believe
They're
they're...
both on motor.
Yeah, but you've still got to give them space.
Yeah, all right.
That's fine. Just show your intention.
I'm surprised that Martin can't overtake us at area 36.
Well, think
Probably a dinghy behind us. We have got a bit more weight on it.
and 5 people and a load of junk on board.
All this beer we're carrying.
She actually
All the
looks like
beer?
her in the water.
I didn't know we had any beer left.
You come from Helsinki today? Yeah. Which club?
Starboard.
We're going to pick it up the stuff. I'm going to pick it up here with us.
So it's going to...
Very slowly here, right?
Okay, so you want me to be between them?
Yes, please.
This here. Somebody get a trip up.
Doing a great job, Emmy.
And you're going to get ready to engage your bird. What's your depth?
4.6.
Nice and slow down, please.
Can you get it?
No, you're too perverse.
Well done, Michael. Helmsman.
Yeah, with a lot of advice and help from everyone.
Interfering too much.
We'll charge the battery up a bit.
No, but in waters like that, you need everyone looking as well.
It's a fantastic spot.
Where are you going, Emma?
How is it?
Is it warm?
It's lovely. Positively wonderful. Just super. Let me show off. But I don't want to get my hair wet. And the water isn't very salty. Believe it or not. It's fantastic. Come in.
I'm thinking about it.
Try that. The part that Emmy's in at the moment is even more.
Am I the only
This
one?
is for the first mate.
You are number one, that's
First
right.
mate.
First mate's getting his, the navigator.
Oh, here we
That's
go.
the navigator who
That's
worked
for the navigator.
so hard all day to get us here
No, he
safely.
didn't. He went to sleep.
He did fall asleep at the most important part, but he was asleep awake for most of the day.
What we got singing in the background there, Skipper?
Just like last night. Lovely ladies' choir last night. Tonight we have the children's choir.
Mummy's singing her children to sleep in the boat next door. So the wind changed direction.
A beautiful Finnish Friday morning. Are you sure about the tinder's hooked on, isn't it?
Yes, hooked on, yes.
What was that, David?
Your fork habit, your hatch is open, I'm followed.
We want to put some air through the...
Yep, okay.
and clear some of these mozzies, we understand. That someone was complaining
A
of.
bit, David, because otherwise you're going to catch the jenny sheets.
Another race, Michael.
What we need to do is get ahead, actually.
Perfect day at the office.
I should just point to the red now.
Now there is a power boat coming up.
Well, you'll have to...
Two power boats coming up.
Tough, we're sailing. That's Norwegian.
Isn't that flag?
Norwegian.
It's the Norwegian flag, so it's got a long way to go.
Yes, you see, she pushed you quite close to the green side.
Yes, I can see the next green.
Yeah.
What you really see now is a typical Finnish summer cottage. The one building with the flagpole in front, where generally if they were in residence they'd be flying the Finnish flag, but it looks as though they've just arrived. The boathouse with a very solid looking jetty. 2 or 3 other small boats around for fishing, and a perfect green area of grass cleared of trees where they've probably got a vegetable garden as well.
Absolutely.
It's very nice.
Yes.
Really typical. And then
Power
the
boat there as well. He's
The
got.
sauna must be somewhere there.
Oh, that must be up the top behind it, is it?
Could well be, unless that's the wood store.
Yes, unless the house is at the back. That's a nice
Is that pretty?
happening.
Yes.
Now what?
You know what they are.
This, the jar on the right hand side here is marinated herring in mustard, sweet mustard with dill, and this one is marinated with dill and onions and I think a little bit of vinegar.
Oh, look at this little
Absolutely
tree
outstanding.
just behind you, Martin. It's beautiful.
And we're having it with potato, which has been done in a very, very nice dressing.
David prepared that.
David prepared that, and some cornichon.
And not forsaken, of course.
How could we forget?
That's it. You're there, lot.
Now Colin is now on the helm because he's relieved Emmy, who's so Colin's had his lunch, but he's still drinking a glass of beer, so we're getting quite accustomed to that. And there's Emmy now, and the skipper is licking his lips, so he presumably has enjoyed what he's had. And there's
we've
the
had a Finnish
other member
lunch.
of the crew over there, probably panned a bit too quickly there. And here is Michael.
And
So
we've had 2 sorts of herring.
and,
Freshly caught. Yeah.
well, that's a bit of a lie. They were caught at the supermarket this morning. Anyway,
Well, they were still freshly caught, though,
there you see Colin at the helm.
So we're going to give way to this, are we?
He's changing course.
Yes,
He's changing course.
yes. I just.
He's on the port tack like us, but he's beating, is he?
He's sailing closer hold than us, so he's got right of way.
What he's actually doing is going in the same direction as us, and he's altered course.
Did you just go and get that newspaper?
Yeah, we just had it dropped in by another boat.
Oh, that drops
Yes.
very close.
Well, this is a bit like it here as well. Oh. So I was carrying on the conversation with our ex-com here
Was it?
about Voyage in England and Voyage in Finland. A fantastic view You decide, you're the skipper.
We set out for this garrison's town of 30,000 people. And,
Well, that's more than my box.
fortification. After several bloody naval engagements, Hanko eventually was abandoned in December 1941, having been isolated from the Russian front line. The citizens of Hanko returned to their damaged town the next spring. Then there's a statue, a monument of liberty commemorating the landing of liberating German forces in 1918.
There's a girl on a bicycle here, a statue.
The monument was taken down after World War II, but re-erected in 1960 with new text.
Is it the woman on the bicycle?
I've no idea. Some statue of the Monument of Liberty.
What are you cooking us for supper? Oh wow! And what goes into it? Where do you get the recipe?
Bacon, little ship club magazine.
From the magazine?
Little ship club recipe.
Oh, fantastic! Good.
So, what have we got here?
You better ask the chef.
Chef, what have we got?
Well, it's called in the Little Ship Club magazine Spaghetti Ultimo. Recipe book, Spaghetti Ultimo.
I'm sure Ajaccio is much nicer.
It is, considerably.
The aroma, Michael.
No, that's a bit ostentatious as well, actually.
Yeah, we can't develop it or something.
No, I
A
wouldn't.
little bit of a hazard there, Skipper.
Oh, just a small one, you know, the odd rock here and there.
Beautiful.
Okay, you can follow these two yachts ahead of you, or certainly the one ahead of you at the moment. And basically we're going to be going down here and then turning to starboard and then going up round the peninsula.
Pass me on the fender, please.
In other words, beyond the ship that we can see on the other side of that.
Yes, yeah. And another. This is the commercial house.
Now it's my turn today, guys, to be your butler.
I thought you were going to be the cook today.
And the cooking,
Really hot stuff, isn't it?
Yes, yes, my spicy girl, isn't it?
Our expectations are really high. Very high.
Hot stuff.
The standard has been set at
Hint,
a
hint, hint,
high
hint.
level.
Right, what shall we start with? Water?
Morning coffee.
I thought it was caviar and smoked salmon to start with.
Okay, we'll see what we can arrange.
That would be nice.
At this time of morning, well, why not? Have a rotty champagne.
Well, I'll tell you what you can do. You can do some scrambled eggs and some smoked salmon. How's that?
Sounds excellent. How'd you scramble eggs?
It's not a card, although you're wrong.
You're the navigator today, Emma, yes?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Oh, yes,
Not
you
only
are.
that, she's spreading alarm and confusion by giving wrong information. It's not 340.
Sorry. What's
340 true, you've got to give them a magnetic course.
Right. What did you say the variation is?
I thought you navigated entirely on compass or on compass.
I do. And Emmy's issuing instructions about compass courses.
He's
which are
got,
hard.
no, he's got compare. I'm assuming he's
If you're saying the compass course, that means you know the deviation.
Yes. Do you know it?
No, I don't know. What
Well,
I
then
don't
don't
even
issue
know-
it then.
I don't even know what the variation is, please. Is it 10 east? I can't remember.
Urimark. Which number is that in our book? We have this book with all these numbers in it.
Do you know this water? Water is like a lighthouse.
No, we don't.
It's really south, we're probably not going that way.
Well, we're going towards, we want to be in Turku tomorrow afternoon.
Okay, alright, okay. So you're probably heading then to northwest or something?
Yeah. Hopefully stern, steer to stern and we'll try and pick his window.
Fun?
Okay.
Thanks, goodbye!
So that's very gentlemanly, isn't it? We're going to take his wind out, overtake.
Yeah.
It's been so helpful.
I know, it's really nasty, Martin.
There is now, Navigator, look, there's a red marker.
Prehistoric lighthouse, is it? It's an identification for the Vikings, was it? That's it, it's on. Oh yes, we've got Donald Campbell on the wheel at the moment. We're now caught up with this yacht and we're going to take her. The skipper's insisting I take that yacht's wind.
And bear in mind that she's on the edge on the green side.
It's on the west of Scotland.
Just to let you know, we do have some rain.
Just a little.
And I've just taken over the helm inside the rain.
We planned that well, didn't we? What's that, lightning?
Oh, there's plenty of lightning. Plenty of lightning.
Anybody wants their phones and things hooking up?
Yeah, mine is not on any. It's on the.
Skipper just put his computer in the oven to protect it, believe it or not, from lightning. Now this is our surprise, Emma, is it?
This is what you're cooking, of course. You know all about it.
This is all the chilli, all finely cut up. No, it's not hot chilli, it's nice.
By Colin. Cut up by Colin.
There's the sauna. What's that? Is that your pinny?
Absolutely.
Got-
Can you move up a bit?
Yes, I certainly can.
Thank you.
And that's a wonderful job you've done there, Emmy.
Well, I think that as a sous chef, and when Colin is clearly the chef, you've done a very good job supporting him, and I think he's trying to take all the credit he can for pointing you.
And what's the skipper say?
Well done.
Well, I think you selected a very good advisor and a consultant and a contractor.
Well, I don't know what it's
Yummy, yummy.
I was going to suggest that if you sat on this side,
Could you just please repeat that?
Thank you for a nice meal. Your supervising abilities are immaculate. It was a nice evening.
Thank you. Good night, David.
Coming into Turku, known by the Swedes as Åbo. Used to be the Finnish capital.
big lawn garden. That's modern, isn't it?
It is. You'd be bang on here.
No, I'm not. I don't wish to discuss that. It's personal.
What are you preparing here, Skipper?
I'm preparing your supper. You know perfectly well I am.
Is this some sort of Mysterious surprise you got there? That you...
No, not a mysterious surprise, just a meal.
There's something that you've been keeping secret you haven't told us about.
What's that? I can cook occasionally.
Skipper, you have to be a winner, don't you?
Yes. That is justly said. Hole in one.
We've been excelled. This is just a starter, I understand. Is that right?
Just a
There are
starter.
2 more courses to come. You better have your nibbles.
This is yours.
And the sergeant to follow.
And the nibbles was lovely. Well, what's left of them?
You better ask him again, Colin.
Oh, can you tell me what that was?
Kiitos is thank you, and kipis is cheers.
Oh,
Cheers.
okay.
So kipis.
Kibbis.
Kipis.
Kibbis.
Kipis.
Give us to everybody. Give us to everybody.
Kipis.
I know you're
I have
supposed to
kippers at home, you know.
be serious,
Mostly in
not-
You might be having kippers tonight, you don't know yet.
Yeah. But when to show up?
I understand this was cooked 24 hours ago. Is that right? On the island we stayed last
It
night?
was smoked about 24 hours ago, yeah.
Oh.
In the traditional Finnish way.
So what have we got now?
You've got blackberry currants and yogurt and everything else.
And these are Finnish originals, aren't they?
I gather so. I don't know who bought them.
No,
But
they're bound to be Finnish originals.
These are the sort
I
we
think-
call bilberries.
I think probably Emmy picked them herself on the island we were in last night.
I would like to believe that.
Along with the fish that was caught by the island last night and smoked
down on her
there.
knees picking them at a foot above ground, because that's how they grow.
That's where the best are, you're right.
You're not having any, Skipper?
Oh, I've had plenty. I've eaten a
May
very
I
large
use your
meal.
pleats?
How did that go, David?
Well, I didn't get it right last time.
Pontresina sunrise, that's
La,
what
la, la,
I
la.
did the same for 3 hours.
Diddly, diddly,
You're
diddly.
on a 4.5 miles today, shouldn't we?
That is there.
Which one do I put round the plate first?
So you still do it?
No, gave me up. And then I thought, well, I'd get fit and rich, and I can wear braces on.
And our brigadier must have a few words to say on that, surely.
You put the thick one on first.
Once you get good,
And it's
Very
not-
important ceremony lowering the flag.
Yeah.
That's when all the troops
I've
came
still
back
got
into
pair
the
Fisher
into
Airlines
barracks
hardly
and
used.
left their brothels
I
and
treated
left their
myself
bars
to top
and
of the
came back.
range.
And
Are they skis
that was
or
called
boots?
taptoe.
Skis.
That's
Is this also where lest we forget?
No, that's a different. That's
That's
called
a different-
Remembrance Sunday.
Ah.
That's the 11th of November.
Right.
One pair got delaminated
Yeah.
between 2
And
bumps.
what's the significance of us taking this in at, what is the time now,
Well, it's to
David?
do with Samuel
Yeah, a couple of
Pepys,
times.
who's fed up replacing all these
It's lucky I found
flags, and so he told them to take it down when it got dark,
Another one,
because
of these,
nobody can see the flags.
another one of these bloody cans.
Samuel Pepys.
Samuel Pepys, he was the Secretary of State for the Secretary for the Navy.
Save the wear on the flag,
And
was
well,
it?
they didn't want to replace them, so why should you have them up at night time for 12 hours when nobody can see them? So Samuel Pepys issued an instruction the Navy would remove their ensigns when it got dark. But now it's done with the position on the authority of the senior flag station present, which should be the yacht club at 9 o'clock. And as they haven't put up a
It's
British
like a
flag
way
yet,
around, isn't it?
as they haven't put a British flag up yet, in fact they've taken their flags down anyway already.
And our past Commodore, we're flying your flag. You're today, are
Well,
we?
that doesn't need to come now.
That's not a flag.
That's not a flag. No, it's a pennant.
To catch the
Well, you
bus.
better ask
Or is it a
Right,
pennant?
6 minutes.
Oh, well,
a square
Catch the
pennant
bus first.
I can understand.
When can we bring that down then?
when he
David?
leaves the boat.
Well, technically you should take it down during the night, but nobody does.
Well, we could take it down when we say goodbye to David.
David will
Now,
take
was,
it with
was
him.
Samuel Pepys guilty of taking percentages on everything, or was he one of the people who didn't do
I
that?
think he was actually a very honest
I
person.
think he was.
And also a sex maniac.
He was.
It was.
well, yes, he was
I'm going to
pretty-
edit that. We've got our first crew member jumping ship. Michael's away.
We put our ensign up. We're not going to have a photograph without our ensign.
No, you've got to have the ensign up.
Oh yes.
Have I tied that attitude?
Well, you could always hold it.
like that, is it?
You know, Well, it'll be nice having you, Michael.
It's been wonderful
I'd
being
like to
here.
play the tune.
Northern Sea of Botnia, the quark, south to southwest, 12 meters per second. Northern Baltic, Sea of Åland, Sea of Archipelago and Southern Sea of Botnia. South to southeast, 12 meters per second. Inference, high east of Finland and low west of Scandinavia. Forecast for next 24 hours.
Well, the skipper's got a new dinghy. Found that floating out in the middle of the open sea. That's a very good thing. As soon as you found it, you reported it, skipper, didn't you?
Absolutely. Finders keepers, losers weepers.
And it was reported to who? The MS?
Turku radio passed it on to the Marine Rescue and Coordination Centre, which is in Helsinki.
Made in England, is it?
Yeah, for brigadiers, only.
Brigadiers.
Red tabs for brigadiers.
Skipper's got a new toy.
Today on the island of Navigational, which is quite a large island by Finnish standards. It's got a population, winter population of 50, but there are about 200 of who live here during the summer. This is one of many such moorings that are available to yachties like ourselves. We can plug into electricity. It's quite amazing how many of these very small islands have the benefit of electricity, and we see several areas warning that we mustn't anchor because there are cables under the sea. We'll be leaving here now in about half an hour or so, and setting off and going further west towards Stockholm and the Aeolian Islands.
What's this, the hotel over there, or restaurant? Is it?
That's a restaurant which we understand was opened last year, and it's been a bit optimistic, and it's not going to
A little bit upmarket for here, is it?
I think it's too expensive for the number of people who are here.
Whereas this place over here is quite nice, isn't it?
That looks to be a rather more sensibly priced restaurant and quite homely, and probably there are enough customers to go there when you're talking about meals which are probably a third of the price of one of the more expensive restaurants.
And the sauna is there as well, isn't it?
There is a sauna, but just round the corner. You can't actually see it from here. They do charge about £20, €20 for the sauna, but this is probably because they have to power it up specially. Most saunas are a lot cheaper than that in Finland.
In possession of 2 dinghies, course, beg its pardon. Course over the ground 309.
We've got all the sail up.
We've got all the sail up, and we're doing really going fast at 1.7 knots. And
It's lovely and peaceful, though, isn't it?
It's beautifully peaceful, and we wish we had a fishing line. And
We have got a fishing line.
We've been talking to the owner of the island of Turku, where we were last night, who owns the island and spends the winter in Hawaii. And the part of the winter he doesn't spend, he loves spending here when it's covered with snow, and you can just drive around
On the ice.
On the ice at your own
Because
risk.
this water all ices up. This beautiful calm sea.
Indeed.
No wind, we've got the motor on.
A little bit of wind, 2.9 knots of wind.
Please take a picture of my dinghy.
Your dinghy.
You don't know what the rent is. €100 a day for us to tow that dinghy.
Oh no, share of the profits is what I'm suggesting.
Actually,
no
this is the
profit.
furthest we've been from land, isn't it, David?
When you go ashore in
Getting
Stockholm,
on this
we'll
one, yes,
let you go ashore in your
close
dinghy
the
and you
island
can take it
all the
with
way.
you.
That
close.
might be a
A bit more like lakes,
Touch
isn't it?
complicated.
Difficult navigation. Tricky navigation.
Yes, it has been.
Anyway, I'm not sure you can claim the right. All you can claim is the right to spotting it. You didn't recover it.
And which
Colin was at the helm.
Rope to tie it on.
And which is the dinghy?
Colin produced the Friday.
She's down
Not
there.
the one behind you.
She no, the brand new one. This is a dearly beloved and truly tested.
One of 8 models produced by a company called Great Waste in Hungary.
8 models. Yeah.
Oh, you've done some research, have you?
I know what's market. Well, they don't actually give you the price on the internet, but it's not very valuable.
Well, we're all getting prepared, coming into a new marina.
David, I think you were being
Now
taught.
turn on to 3, 4, 5, please.
Right.
Well, we're all alongside now. Just a few nibbles before we go to the restaurant we're going to tonight. Is that right, David?
Correct.
That's the plan, yes.
Yeah. And we did pour an extra drink out here. Well, it's turned out to be extra. It was Michael's.
That, I was going to say that. You took the words out of my mouth. Here's to Michael.
Yeah, good old Michael.
Introduce us to herrings.
Anyway, this Lieutenant Bicey, on 9th of August 1854 in the Baltic, Lieutenant Bicey, this is the reward for which he got the Victoria Cross. He obtained permission to land on the island of Vardo in the Öland Islands with a Swedish-speaking crewman, Stoker William Johnson, in order to intercept important dispatches from the Tsar which were being sent via Vardo to Bommersund.
And this is, whereabouts is this, Skipper?
This is in the Öland Islands. We're going to go to Bommersund tomorrow. I must find out where
All
Vardo
around
is.
this table, and we're all drinking beer. Is that right, Emmy?
But it was immaculate.
Yeah, it was immaculate.
Is that beer you're drinking, Emmy?
I'm drinking a large beer. You can't see me behind the beer.
And we've actually got David on a pint of beer as well.
Yes.
Don't shake to Jackie.
And the skipper. And the skipper. Who's still working out our course. This is my cabin. I'm at the front part of the yacht, and it's now time to go to bed, but it's still daylight. What you're looking at there is a mosquito net, and I'm going to zoom in. You can see them all outside, all the mosquitoes, all sitting on the nets, all trying to get in. I don't know if you can see them or not. See them?
Where's the other one? Yeah, but that's quite a long way down. Yeah, but sorry, David, we're on a transit at the moment. We're steering on the transit. Now, we haven't put this gap yet. There's another green board here. Yeah, that's on the left. That's not right. We're on the transit here. We're waiting for that transit. Well, this transit will bring us. That's exactly on the transit. Then we cross the two. We then veer away down. Start the red marker down. Beyond the transit. We'll start the marker. Spot on the transit.
Yeah, but the point I'm making is that you can't start the transit too early.
Well, very small channel here, and look what just come alongside us.
It surprised you a little bit, didn't it?
Yes,
You weren't looking behind you, were you?
Barry's showing you the way.
I think it's because
Well, I'm assistant chef today, and we have in there some fish, and we have some burgers. Rostbratwurst, whatever that is. A lovely little barbecue spot. We had a perfect mooring today. The skipper says the best he's ever had.
secure archipelago within a Swedish sea to the Russian Empire's westernmost military outpost against its traditional enemy, Sweden. Ölanders were to experience the consequences of these changes in the decades that followed. The Russian military presence did not end with a peace treaty, and 2,000 soldiers were commanded to remain stationed on the islands. The Tsar seemed to place great importance on his newly acquired possession, which is not surprising in view of centuries of hostility between Sweden and Russia.
That's why I'm eating a piece.
Is Emmy preparing a beautiful lunch? And we've put the anchor out because we're waiting for a bridge. Actually, we'll ask the skipper to explain. Could you explain where we are, skipper?
Yeah, we're just waiting before the bridge before Marienham. We're just waiting for 2 o'clock for it to open, up to the block. We're having a big debate whether it lifts upwards or swings sideways. We're not quite sure.
And we've got 10 minutes, is that right, David?
15 minutes.
15 minutes? Oh no, how long is the bridge open for?
Oh, 10 minutes. Yeah.
10 minutes.
Yeah. But the most important thing is we come to our mooring of anchor, we have to use the engine. So we've sailed onto our
It's a beautiful spot. Hello, what's this dinghy in the bag on top here? Why is that? Why have we got that dinghy?
Collect herself a dinghy. For having it on board.
Well, the skipper's got the anchor up. We are now going to go through that bridge.
Oh, how exciting.
It must be 1 meters, isn't it?
Not very much at all.
We went down to 0.6 there, did we?
We did go down to 1.6.
Good God.
Thank you very much indeed. I'm very proud to be here.
Thank you. Waiting outside.
Yes, it's power boats.
It was too tall to go under the bridge. You had to wait for us.
There we are, all nicely all tied up. We're actually tied on this occasion between some posts.
Yes, and if the Emmy step doesn't
2
come
posts.
up, I don't get to go. Can we have the Emmy step, please?
Yeah, we're getting them, then.
Martin's waiting.
Martin's waiting.
That is the Emmy step, is it, Emmy?
This is the Emmy step, without which Emmy cannot come aboard, which is probably a good thing.
Here we have Emmy's step. Right, Emmy, we've got an extra step for you. David, you've got 2 ice creams.
The big ones off.
Oh, is it? Oh, I'll edit that bit out. My wife mustn't see that. Euros worth of cashew nuts you just had there, skipper. According to David, our accountant.
I wasn't shopping today, so I don't know what A, who chose them, and B, what the price was. So I'm eating what's on the table.
Excuses, excuses.
You
should know cashew nuts don't grow on Marienheim, so that they're bound to be more expensive.
Well, the Chris grow in Marienheim, and they're not so far. Anyway, Marienheim, the capital.
Get a story. Where we are.
Marienheim, the capital, was founded in 1861 by Tsar Alexander II, and it was named after. Any ideas what it was named after?
No.
Alexandra Mary, the Tsarina.
Maria Alexandrovna.
Well, I was right.
There were then only 33 people living here. Now there are more than 10,000, and the total island population, it says here 25, we actually now know it's 28. I point out that's 1861, but 1854 the Royal Navy came here and decimated it, with the French of course, decimated the place and turned it into, made it into a demilitarised area. And now it's a luxury holiday centre of yachts and beer drinkers and cruise ships and everything else.
Is it gravel like this, or is it the teaching with gravel?
I hope it's got Ravenlux in it, if it hasn't.
So this is our
this is your first course.
And nibbles, isn't it?
It is.
And what have we got?
We have a feeling that we've just bought the sauce without the gravet.
Ah, yes, I would like some tomatoes. Thank you very much.
Good.
Is this something you've just thrown together?
I have, and please note, what have I put in the couscous?
Chili. Oh, magnifico.
Magnifico, we use your chili.
La, 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 la.
He's just taking this.
Well done.
This is on candid camera, you realise. On YouTube.
We missed these flags come down, did we?
Well, the Scottish flag came down.
Oh, it had to be a Scottish one, didn't it?
It was, the white cross, St Andrew's cross. No, there's no flag of Great Britain there. I suppose there's a touch of sympathy between Ireland and Scotland, although I can't think there's a connection very good. Although their principal tour ship is a gift from Scotland, the Pamir, built in Glasgow in 1903. Sailed the world carrying grain.
Weather forecast, including strong
Is that,
winds
I can't see the green, is it
wave height information
to
in
the west of the
Baltic
island?
and navigational warnings. Please listen to VHF
Which side of the island are we on?
service. Turkuradio kutsuu paikallisvaroitukset VHF-liikennekanavilla.
On the starboard now.
Turkuradio Local warning på VHF trafikkanal.
Keep coming round.
Yeah.
And Sea of Archipelago. East to northeast 5 to 10 meters per second. Tonight 4 to 8 meters per second. Locally showers or thunder. Western part of northern Baltic. Sea of Åland.
Goodbye, Finland.
Goodbye, Finland. Hello, Sweden.
And here we go.
Hello, Sweden.
Hello, Sweden.
Hello, Sweden.
It's way over there somewhere, Skipper, is it?
Over there.
Over that way. Good God.
We haven't taken the courtesy flag yet.
Oh, we have to take a picture of you taking the courtesy.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can do it.
Well, the skipper's going to put... Where's he going to put out, Skipper?
I'm going to put the tow generator out.
There he is. He's putting a line out so he could drag me along and get me to generate.
Because we need to generate some more electricity to
Power the
cool
instruments.
down
And he's
our
going for a swim.
cool down our beer, isn't it?
Well, the fundamental is to power our instruments, but
But it will also cool down our beer.
it might do once it's powered the instruments. Yes.
All this for me to have a swim with, you see.
There she goes.
A shipping lane going down the side of Sweden.
Of July.
Yes.
The Quark, northeast of Holmön.
I've seen 1, 2, 3.
We've got about 2 metre waves bashing away at us at the moment. How are we doing, Mr. Helmsman?
Quite hard holiday. We've now got 2 weeks.
Right. now though, haven't we?
I think we've got another couple of hours.
Another couple of hours then. Is that ferry gone? Well, here we are now in Sweden. Trying to keep up with the booze ship. Sweden, and David believes we've got two ferries compete against each other. Is that right, David? Racing?
Well, they look at each other.
Skipper's brought in his fishing line.
That's so generous.
We've had to turn the fridge off now though, haven't we? Yes. Beer's getting warm.
You put it on, I'll take it to you.
These holiday resort homes are absolutely beautiful.
Isn't it lovely?
You want to mean these are green boys, obviously.
Yes.
Get about close to the shore.
Okay. Need a course to steer, David. And I say course. Told you we're doing 6.2. Waters are very treacherous. There's rocks popping up everywhere. There's a message in their flags. And the skipper's working out what else?
Then you're shotting camera.
Yes, a red one with a black cross, with a yellow cross.
Sorry, a red one with a what?
Yellow cross.
That's Romeo.
Yeah, the last one is a diamond top and bottom, triangles top and bottom red and then white.
That's Foxtrot.
So what was that? First one was
Sierra, India. My engines are going astern, that's not
what's the last one? simple.
What did you interpret it to be, David?
I thought it might spell colloquially SODOWL.
Third one down is not. Third one down is white and blue. Not.
That's A. Yes.
Third one down is
That's
white.
definitely Foxtrot. I think it probably means, you know, it's named his house or something.
There you are.
Now then. Thank you, Emmy.
This little island, which is own, was struck by lightning. It's alive with birds in the branches. Well done, Emmy. What you done there?
Thank you. I can occasionally, you know.
Now, what point of sail is this, Emmy?
You're goose winging. Or as the Americans say, wing on wing.
Well, you certainly got some speed up then.
I did. We got 5.6, haven't we?
Well, boy, you'll get a suntan, Skipper.
Suntan or embarrassment, I'm not quite sure which.
I tell you what, look at these children playing up that rock.
Beautiful place for a walk.
It's dangerous, isn't it? Eh? Got no fear, kids.
But it also gives them so much more freedom than in England.
There's another yacht coming in now.
I think we'll get a suntan, aren't
Do
we?
you know, we are. So are you, Colin.
I think it's just embarrassment, isn't it,
I
Colin?
think we're going to
10 p.m. at night.
No.
No.
I know, but you're talking local time now. I'm talking Finnish time.
Well, why don't you
Which
talk
is-
British time? It's only 8
We
o'clock.
finished with finish time.
And we still got daylight. In fact,
Look at the sun going to
This
bed.
must be a most beautiful island.
probably another couple of hours of
Well, it
daylight.
could be. Depends what we do afterwards, Colin.
What a wonderful little playground this is.
Oh, it is, it's lovely.
If you don't mind, I'd rather go slightly in deeper water. Actually, that's a duck, it's a bird. But it could
It's
have
a
been
duck.
It's a seagull, but it could have
We
been
thought that was a seal, David.
we definitely had a seal.
We had a seal a little while ago, but I was a bit slow on the
It's been
camera.
photographed as a seal.
No, I didn't get it, unfortunately. Oh, this is quite narrow.
It's a wee bit narrow, a bit narrower than we normally go through. 2 metres depth under the keel. 1.9.
I think we're all right.
Doing a grand job, Emmy.
1.2, 1 metre.
0.7.
We'll keep to the green boys. 0.4. 0.5. 0.2.
0.2.
0.2. Keep to the green boys. Up, turn to left. 0.1.
Naught.
Another green boy down here.
Yeah. But much more space.
0.2. That was a bit more shallow than I expected.
0.4.
What did it say it is?
0.5.
Which doesn't show it being quite as shallow as this.
Well, we made it.
Bags of space. I mean, it's got no hands on it either.
So we're in 4.5 metres of water now, are we?
5.6.
Oh, well, we're doing very well. So literally, we just had a couple of inches underneath our keel, didn't we? God.
I was in the line as far as possible. Crabbing it. Should I speed up a bit?
There's a ferry stop there.
Reindeer. Whoops.
Just behind the nose.
Just walking through the garden, quite happily, munching the flowers,
Anything that's bright,
eating the daffodils.
anything that's bright they eat.
And Judith would be furious if they were doing it. Hey, look, there's a castle
As
up
neither of the city centre marinas have diesel pumps.
there. You need to stop.
We're going to stop you to get fuel, yeah.
It is the castle.
There's the castle.
There! Thought I saw, isn't it?
Do we know the name of this castle?
This is Vaxholm Castle. Built to defend Stockholm against the wicked invaders, including the Normans, not the Normans, the Russians and the British. We've got, even got David in action. That's the bridge we can't get under, that's why I came round.
This is wonderful.
It's alright, it's all included in the price.
I'm a happy person, slow down. Look at the pretty hotel, Colin. Behind you. Keep going. Oh, lovely. Isn't it delightful? Isn't that pretty?
Damaging attacks from Russia. Charles XII also fought the Great Nordic War against Norway in the early 18th century. The winter siege of Trondheim took its toll on the battle-weary army. Charles XII was mysteriously shot dead while inspecting his troops. A single event that sealed the fate of Sweden.
You see the other boat? Yeah.
When was that?
Hello.
1718 he was shot dead. Here's Gustav IV.
Do you want me to do anything?
Assumed the throne in 1778, got drawn into the Napoleonic War.
Why do these buildings all match?
Colin, for your benefit, for the camera, we are here, having come up here. The town, there's the Gamla Stam, which is the old town. There is the Vasa Museum, and here's the centre of the railway station. The tram goes all the way from here to Central Station, and then you come all the way back again. So there's a tram, apparently about, maybe each journey is about 30 kronor or something. If you want to visit Gamla town, he says, walk along, don't take the tram, walk to there, and then take the ferry across to Gamla town, which of course is the old town.
So go to, on the way back, go to the supermarket.
Yeah.
And this is just a little bit of a coincidence, of course, that we've moored up close to a museum, isn't it, Skipper?
And I have no interest in the museum. I've already been. I'm not going around again. I'm not going to go around the Vasa Museum. I've already been around it.
Ah.
But you will enjoy it if you do go around.
We're there for you now.
We're there. I think we're there.
Well, we're off to a museum now, David. Off to see the wizard.
And then he's off to the museum once the Emmy step.
David, is this the museum?
Better go back.
Hire bikes. Well, here we are. We found it, the museum. And you can see that by my dress, I'm trying to look a little bit like the local.
Where's the museum, Colin? That's not the one we're going to. That's not the one we're going to.
Okay, where about that one?
It's the one.
I think it's behind you.
It's the one round there.
Well, Skipper, you missed out on this, mate. And you, Michael. You're just outside the museum.
When I finish first. I'll have a beer. Let me do the work first of all.
A large one or a small one?
Well, I'll probably take a small one, but I don't dare drink any of Colin's big ones.
Oh no.
Well, you put
I don't know, you're packing all that in there, Skipper. You got the dinghy in there as well.
I have indeed. My hurricane line's going in as well.
Hurricane lines. Is that what we used off of St Kitts?
That's what we do when we're in a hurricane.
Well, remember when we was off St Kitts?
We did actually, yes.
Yes. Oh no, I pay all fees.
As his agent, I will have to negotiate the rate for this.
Come on, let's see the charge. Come
You
on.
got Mr. 10%.
Great chieftain o' the pudding face.
Pudding race.
Alright, come on then.
Aboon the ma you take your place. Pinch, tripe or therm. Wheelie you where do you grace his langs ma. That's all you're getting tonight. Rest
Oh, I
of
never
all.
had it on, Bill. Sorry, this is your ship, Bill, yes?
Yeah.
Ah, there.
What's her name?
Bill?
What's her name? Is
Wind Spirit. Wind Spirit.
Does the engine exhaust not get on the sails?
Oh,
Yeah, it's
she's
a little bit.
lovely.
There's a little bit, yeah.
Isn't she beautiful? Very modern,
Shall
actually.
we come out? Where's the bridge at the front of the
Cheers.
store?
What? Cheers, Emmy.
We're eating Swedish meatballs because we're in Stockholm.
And it looks very nice too. Oops.
Good.
Would you like a little bread with yours?
Yes.
Islands in the Öland Archipelago of 5,000 islands. Anyway, they were on a cycle tour going around the islands. Because if once you're in the Öland Islands, if you have a bike, everything's free.
The ferries are free and everything.
Everything's free. You cycle around. All public transport is free apart from the cars.
Isn't that great?
And so
Well, the
they,
living's flat, but it's a what? I mean, I'm going to do. I'm not sure I'm going to do it with the bike, but I'm
What
going
have
to
you
come
got
back
in there,
and
then,
do it.
Skipper?
I'm actually- yogurt. Sorry,
Well,
orange juice.
it doesn't sort of. It's got
Peach,
a tangy
peach
taste.
juice, peach juice. But ask David. David will tell you more about it because David's the expert.
I felt that we ought to change from orange juice to peach juice, and I felt that I bought this product, which I felt would be well welcomed, and in fact it's been used, so it wasn't a bad decision.
It's not been thrown away yet. 48 hours to go.
It's on.
I don't want to photograph myself in this direction or in that direction.
Well, whatever you can see on the screen.
You can see on the screen, yeah.
Now, you've got to,
Champagne this time in the morning, Skipper.
Yeah.
Good God.
and you've got to be a good boy and eat all your yogurt before you get any
You
cake.
got to put his face, not his breath. Yeah.
David's joining us too in chorus.
Yes, yes.
Oh, this is lovely, isn't it? Eh? Postcard. It's a postcard one as well. How did you find me? That's very nice, guys. I don't know what to say. I need to blow this out, do I?
Usually,
So otherwise the boat's going to catch fire.
Where's your camera?
you start your speech.
I know it's Sweden and they all have candles.
Cameras there.
It gives me great pleasure. Come on,
Aye,
Colin.
Zumba, Zumba, Zumba.
It gives me great pleasure and has done for the last
67 years.
Gee, that is nice. Thank you very much.
Anyway.
Where's my presents?
Where's your present for yogurt?
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
Good enough.
Oh, I've got to eat that all up, have I?
You
You've
have.
got to eat and that.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was. I think you said it was on.
Nah, don't worry about it. It was on all right.
It wasn't on.
It was.
It wasn't recording.
Can I have a look?
It's recording now.
Yes, it is recorded.
It's recording now because I just pressed it record.
Oh, right. Okay. No problems.
Shall we start again?
No. There's the beautiful cake.
Well, we better
The
like
can-
that goal again.
I've had all my sing-songs.
We've had
I've owned all my presents.
There you are, champagne for the man. There you are, 67, happy birthday.
And a half. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
They're a decent glass.
This my one, is it?
That's your glass, that's the big one.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes. Oh, it's actually very good champagne.
That's about
Cheers,
150,
nice,
200.
I know, how about you?
Nothing but the best for our Colin.
Absolutely. That's very nice because I don't usually like sec. Now, what am I meant to do
You
with
don't like what, Emmy?
sec
If you
normally?
turn the screen around, you can see your own.
She's at home.
Oh, Record, it says.
Okay, so it's wishing time, is it?
It's wishing time. It's now your 67th birthday here in Stockholm Harbour, surrounded by all your sailing friends. We wish you a happy birthday. And you've blown out the 67 candles we had on the cake. We had to turn them up for fire risk.
Oh, what's that?
Fire risk.
No. It's. Right. You haven't put some sixpence.
Oh, the silver sixpence.
Coins made in 1944.
Well, that's lovely. I've made a lovely wish.
All right.
Yeah.
May it come true.
It's Carol. You are fantastic.
That's not a
You smoothie.
Oh, that's who the wish was for.
Ah,
You guys getting all organised, are you?
Yes, we're just doing you a carpet.
Thank you very much for doing that, Skipper.
I don't know how it got so dirty.
Do you want to give the tram driver directions, Skipper?
Do I want to give him directions?
Give him a compass bearing.
Going along the shore.
Well, these are cost us out.
How much did I pay for that?
Not getting on this train, are we? Well, there's the Skipper trying to find a restaurant where he's going to meet up with Anna tomorrow. I think the Skipper's found your bus, Anna. He's been fussing all over the boat, making sure it's all nice and clean and tidy, and you've got an easy step to get on. Now he's making sure. Must have really missed you, Anna. He's booking up the driver of the coach for you tomorrow as well.
The main original island of Stockholm, Parliament's behind us, and on this bridge we understand the couples put a padlock on the bridge with their name and initials in and chuck the key into the water, thereby indicating that their marriage, I suppose, is permanent. or intended to be.
Stockholm, and guess what the Skipper's found?
Lord Nelson, painted by a Scotsman, Fabric Cave. I have to say, he looks a bit older than he really was, but I suppose the weight of responsibility. But there you are, Lord Nelson in this one.
The ambassadors.
Han kör med maskinen! Woho! Och man skulle verkligen kunna nöja sig där. En liten, en mellan och en lång. Lägg upp den lilla.
There's something I like, and they also gave me extra chili.
boys, here they come.
Landing was interesting.
So this is our birthday party, is it?
It is.
This is your oh, it's my birthday party.
Happy
Birthday to me. Never been 67 before.
Happy birthday, dear Colin. Happy birthday to you.
First of many to come. I'm not talking about birthdays. Birthday.
Glasses of wine.
So we can have
and I've just had reindeer meat as the first course. It was delicious.
Emmy wants to go on the red, I think. You want to go on the red?
Anyway, I don't know if that story was our final breakfast. Well, that sounds well, doesn't it? Before we depart, Skipper, I've got to say thank you very much for having us, Skipper.
Thank you very much for supper
Thank
last
you,
night.
sir.
Wonderful
Yes,
supper.
that was lovely.
Much appreciated. Glad we could share in your
You're
night.
finding this.
79. Sorry, 67. Hope we can do so again.
Nice meeting you, Emmy.
I think it was 70.
Nice one, and it was a lovely evening yesterday. And as you say, the last breakfast. Have a tomato.
And you as well, Bill.
Even though you didn't remember meeting me 10 times before.
Yeah, I was only joking with you.
Of course you are.
And you, David.
And I'll try and get you to the airport on time.
It's sad. Suitcases are packed, all ready to go.
The only thing being left behind are the happy memories.
And you've got another lovely day today, Skipper. Yeah, well, I'll get my camera out.
Watch it, you'll get stuck there.
No, I can see that. And you talked to me in coming to Club Cast as well, did you? Huh?
And there's an even gap between us. That's your seat there.
Where am I to go, me Johnnies, or where am I to go? To me way, hey, hey, I roll and go. Oh, where am I to go, me Johnnies, or where am I to go? For I'm a young sailor boy, and where am I to go?